And OC remix went pretty hard right there for a Dora game. That's awesome. Oh, hello everyone. I am ebloodycandy. For those of you tuning in, we are going to be playing Dora the Explorer World Adventure. This game is a gem of a gem. Get some audio fixed up there for y'all so you guys can hear the awesome OST that is Dora the Explorer World Adventure. The name of the game here is that we're going to be playing story mode. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Let's roll. So, right off the get-go, so Dora has all these bracelets and friends around the world. And what we're going to do is that we are going to go to France first. And to get to France, we have to take a boat to France. Because you can't drive there, obviously. And while we're on this boat, we need to go through and make sure to dodge very happy octopuses, wooden ships, and oil barrels across the ocean. And if you look at the top of the screen, you can see how close we are to getting to the Eiffel Tower, which that means you know you're in France when you get to the Eiffel Tower, because there's no other Eiffel Towers in the world. Dora the Explorer. So this game here I ran back in 2015, took record in it, and then I never played it since. And someone beat the record. I never batted an eye at it, never played it since then as well too. But the name of the game here is that we need to collect key items from each region. France is very known for its beach ball. We're going to give to this mime right here. It's also very well known for its cheese. We can get Swiper over there to get me my cheese. And it's also very well known for its key, which we need to open the gate. So. Alright, and then we're gonna go into here. We're gonna go into our first mini game here. The gargoyle's gonna give us a. Come on, Dora, your hair got in the way. The gargoyle's gonna give us a shape, which we need to figure out which correct path to take based off of that shape. So we have a rectangle here, so we probably don't want to take the triangle path. I learned anything on TikTok that everything can go into the square hole. So we're gonna take the circle path. And this is obviously an education game. I can talk at 7:47 in the morning. So honestly, like the fact that there's an estimate on the game, like you can't put a time estimate on education. All right, that's all there is to it. So here we're gonna get through these platform stages, the pathing stages. So here we have to find Swiper's cousin. I don't know, Skunky. I've never watched Dora, but they're gonna go behind some things here like balloons. And what we want to try and optimally do is that when you get to the point where you can hover over a balloon, it'll have a white outline around it, and that's when you want to try and hurry up and trigger the selection. And you also want to try and position your cursor in an optimal spot, because we know he's going to go into the top section next. That's why he went to the top left corner of those balloons. You get to the next section faster and down into the trees. The game has 0 RNG to it. Everything is set-based patterns, and the hardest part of the game is honestly the Russian puzzle and probably the Chinese world adventure. So here we're on a scooter, and we need to go to Tanzania, and you can only go so far on a scooter. And if you didn't know, scooters can transform into giant jet ski type of boats. If you were to crash into anything into the stage, nothing will, or in these parts of the stages, nothing happens. You just hit the object, and Dora just stares blankly into the screen with her eyes, as she's doing right now. And you just have to press up or down to get away from it. There is no sinking of the ship. There is nothing of that at all. So here we're in Tanzania, and we have to go grab a basket. You can see the grab box is pretty far as well too. Optimally, what you'd want to do is figure out where that grab radius is at, or come on, Dora, for that stuff, because you want to be able to grab and turn around as quick as possible. So here we get the key. There's also optimal walking as well too. So everything has a border around it to where you can't. That's right. You want to base. I forgot. Everything has a certain walk order around it, and there are perimeters to where you can't walk out of bounds or into the grass. But there are pieces of the game where you can actually clip Dora a little bit out of bounds to make the walking more optimal to get from point A to point B a bit faster. So here we're going to count some animals. We need to count the zebra. Everyone count along with me in chat. All right, congratulations, chat. You've counted. Here we have to find the hyena. The hyena, again, pattern is set for it. So it's going to go 1, 2, then 1 again. And then in this one here, it's going to go 1, 3, 2, 2. And you can tell which one the hyena you have to choose because he has blue feet, not white feet, instead of like the other one. So we have made our way through Tanzania, and now we are going to Russia. We're going to take a hot air balloon to Russia, and instead of having, typically you have 3 avenues or 3 paths that you can go down or up in. This one here you get 2 because the hot air balloon does take up a ton of space. But we get to see how happy that hot air balloon is, at least. Swiper looks like he is terrified for his life, while Dora just doesn't care at all and just breaks the 3rd wall and stares into the camera. So typically you only have to do one of these segments to get to a world, but not in Russia. In Russia now, we have to cross-country ski to our location. We have to meet up our friend Vladimir. And again, just dodging rocks and logs. There isn't, oddly enough, there is optimal. So this is probably the only part of RNG in the game is this segment, are these segments right here where things can spawn. There is an actual optimal pattern eventually. Towards the end, you don't want to do any type of turning at all, because when the game comes to an end, Dora automatically has to get to the center of the screen. So as a final thing, you want the thing to be right in the center. Unfortunately, we didn't get that, so now Dora has to do it herself, which costs a couple of frames. Nothing wild. So this is the sliding puzzle. The first one we have to do is Vladimir. If you look in the top left corner, you can see the head that we have to make. So Vladimir. Oh, we got a good slide on Vladimir. Hot dang. Then we gotta do Swiper next. Swiper is honestly, in my opinion, the easiest of the 3. Even though okay, well, as I say that, we're going to get Dora's head. So now we're going to Mario 3 it and just purposely ruin it. Typically Swiper is the easiest of the 3. Oh, we got Dora's head, Swiper's face, and Vladimir's mouth. That's good. That's what you want to see. So there is a timing box here. We're just gonna play that one safe now. There is a timing box here where once the thing gets to a certain threshold, you want to press the A button to get the sliding puzzle to stop quickly. Because you don't want it to wait the entire 100 years of that thing to get centered. Because you do want to try and, dang, I was too slow on the bottom piece. To get to the whole creation of it there. We had a good Vladimir at least. But in my opinion, Dora is the hardest of the 3 puzzles to get, because her head is so big that it's actually hard to time when you need to tap A. Swiper's honestly the easiest. I'm actually kind of a little embarrassed I messed up Swiper. Swiper's actually the easiest, hands down. Again, 1, 3, 2, 2 in this final segment here. They don't even change the patterns between Tanzania, Russia, or China. So this is Game Boy Advance, yeah. So here we gotta go to China, and we're going to take a bus with tank tracks and ski fronts. That's just apparently that's just how you get around in the tundra. So here we're going to go back into pavement, where you can see Swiper is driving at least this time. So Dora is no longer the captain of the boat or driving the jet ski. She's not manning the hot air balloon. Swiper has taken responsibility and said, you know what? You're only a child. I will drive us from Russia to China, even though you've already traveled us halfway across the world. I will be the responsible adult and take us to our destination. China's world is the longest and the most confusing. So the first thing we gotta grab here is, I believe it's the soccer ball or the all right, already took a wrong turn. See what happens, chat. And I'm already turned around now. Yeah, right. You want the soccer ball. Already got turned around. All right, there's the hat. Then we get the soccer ball. Then we get the kite. There. Got turned around immediately. There we go. We're good now. Easy game. All right, Swiper. I need you to do your thing. Oh, never mind. I need you to do your thing on the kite, not the soccer ball. Swiper's about to steal that kid's soccer ball. Dora, I need you to stay down. Dora, I need you to go up. I don't know why you listen to me, Dora. I just need to listen to me. So there we go. You can see that we're walking a little bit out of bounds there onto that platform there. Again, there is oddly enough very optimal movement to this game. Dora, you took the wrong way again. There is pretty optimal movement to this game. This game is oddly enough very optimized. I think record right now is down to 12:14. Oh. Stop listening to me. You know where to go, Dora. All right. Dora, down, Dora. You know where to go. But yeah, record of this game is 12:14. There was a lot of optimization that happened in this game back in 2015. And I think I spent a lot of time figuring out how to clip a little bit out of bounds to get through the stages faster. So here we have to jump over the Great Wall of China, and we're going to get us right into the center of that star there in the middle of our screen. Dora goes Mach 10, and we get everyone over the Great Wall of China. Now we have to choose the correct dragon, and again, it's the same pattern as we've seen time and time again. The only difference this time is that you can't really tell which dragon is which unless you see them stomping their little feet and facing a different direction. But since the pattern never changes, we just know that it's 1, 3, 2, 2 and 1, 2, 1. Now we have to fly back to Mexico. Hopefully Dora is not piloting the plane and Swiper has taken responsibility again to travel across the world here. If this, like, all these traveling segments are the same length, this one just feels the longest for some reason. I think you get to the point where, like, you know what, I want to be done with the game. Why is this taking so long? But once we get into Mexico, we have to go and give everyone friendship bracelets, and then we go into a final cutscene, which will be time. y'all listen to the happy music going on here. Alright. Let's give everyone friendship bracelets. You get a bracelet. You get a bracelet. And you get a bracelet. Alright, and that is time. Really underestimated what we did at boys. Got one, getting lost in China definitely soaked up some time. But we were underestimated. That is Dora the Explorer, Dora's World Adventure. Dora has 3 action-packed adventures on the Game Boy Advance. Dora's World Adventure, which you just saw. Dora Super Spies, which that game is a video game. And then there is Dora's Pirate Pig Treasure. That game is actually kind of fun too. But all three games are a bit different from each other. They all play very differently. But yeah, Dora's World Adventure, if you're looking to get into the run is actually pretty easy to get a really good time in. But if you're wanting to race for that world record, a lot of optimal movement in both the mini games with the cursor and the Russian sliding puzzle, and in movement during the actual stages as well too. Like I said, this game is oddly enough incredibly optimized for what it should be. But yeah, with that, I'll be right back again, and we're going to go play Barbie Game Girl on the Game Boy.
Drifting away back into sweet slumber.